Peace, family, friends, and loved ones out there. I hope everyone's doing great. We're still in the month of May. So, with that said, you know the energy is still running high, and we're going to get right into today's show and talk about that. And today's topic is: will you truly believe your truth, or will you stay in your own self doubt? Right? Because you have to understand the times that we're in, that you are the one that has to validate yourself. I say validate yourself because you give yourself the value from within. And we talked about depositing it into the heavens bank. And we're going to always use that term because the spiritual wealth that we're connected to is something that we have to understand and know that's there for us. And once you understand and know that that's there for you, then you can validate yourself and the value that you have, you can now accept it. And because you're the only one that can give yourself what you want, you need to look at yourself and see your beauty. See the beauty that you have for self and understand that it's time to get back in love with self. And the more time you take to reflect in the present moment on making real life changes, you're going to see that you're going to use the effort of your love for your higher self to get that done. Yes, it's the effort of your love for the higher self. It's what's going to help you change from within to bring forth without. I say life changes when you take the effort of using the pure love for the higher self. And each decision that you make for your higher self becomes a healing moment. And a healing moment is what we experience when we're on a healing process. And in life, we understand that this healing process never ends because we live in a country that doesn't believe in healing. If they or this country doesn't believe in healing, then what is it doing to those that live in this country? They're hurting. They are making people suffer. People are dealing with the lack of having, right? They are devaluing others. And this is all done in the society of this country I live in, or we live in. So it's very important that you validate yourself and your value. And when you do that, you're going to see that each healing moment that you take to do in the present moment is only going to invest more into you and your value will go up. So, guys, need to key in on this message right here and understand that May is the goddess of fertility. This month is the goddess of fertility, so that means that women will easily bring forth new life in the months to come. So if you don't want to find out the hard way and be buying baby flowers and gifts, then don't get caught slipping this month in May. Just something that I thought is a fun fact about May. Because the energy is about creation, and that's why we are renewing and reflecting on this path that we're going to take. And I say this path that we're going to take because moving toward the higher version of self is the healing process and is the healing moments that we're going to need when this country and this world is going to be dealing with hurting and suffering, right? My country, your country, at any moment could be hurting and suffering from another person or country or group of people's actions. But we understand that, and in this time, we pray for protection for those and ourselves. So we don't have to worry about that because we understand that the alignment that we're in will be guided and protected by the faith of our light. So, as May continue on, this high energy is bringing forth more light for you to see that there's someone or there's a group of people that is trying to get a bigger slice of the pie, right? They want a bigger size of the transaction. And you have to understand that you might be in position to receive that bigger size, or you might have to accept a smaller size of the portion, but don't let it affect you emotionally, right? Don't let it devalue who you are and what you represent. It's just that people are trying to get the bigger size of something because they see the energy going forth. They want they want more and more and more and more, and we also want more and more and more. And we might be on the side of receiving more than others. But just know that when you don't let it emotionally affect you and make you feel that you are less than. It's just that at this particular time or this position, you wasn't in the position to receive more. But it doesn't have anything to do with your value. Look out for angry people in the month of May. And I say angry people because people are not validating themselves and they're waiting for other people to validate them and they're not getting that recognition. So that's one reason why we're dealing with a lot more angry people in the month of May. And this energy of these angry people, they are on the hunt for people to blame, to say, hey, they did this to me, they did that, or to have you be up against them. And I say up against them where they feel that they need to attack you personally, socially, spiritually. You never know on the intentions of people when they are possessed with anger. So, yes, you do need to go in a safe space and pray for the protection of not only your spirit and your soul and your mind and your body, but just for others. Just pray for the protection of others because angry people will hurt those around you just for you to recognize that you have done something to them or they feel that you have taken something away from them when all you did was validate yourself. And when you start to validate yourself, people will start to feel that. And then some might try to attack you, and some might start to value you more. You just never know which way it's going to go. But just know that this month, May, is the best time to show your higher self and others that you're being the best present self in the moment. And I say this is the best time, mid May, um, because we're going to be approaching Mother's Day, and we know that Mother's Day energy is very high, is big energy, big mama energy, right? So we're grateful and we're giving forth that energy to the mothers, which happy Mother's Day to all those that gave on to this planet. Thank you. And as we're in this moment of giving thanks to the mothers, we are getting things in order to fulfill the momentum of moving ahead in the month of May, right? All this high energy is preparing us to move forward. And by recognizing not only the mothers, but that mother's energy is now organizing us to move forward as the month of May continues on. So plan, take action, get back to the basics, right? You should be seeing what you're going to change or what you're going to go forward with, right? And then once you see that, it's time to get to the work, get to the purpose, get to your cause. Just know that you have to keep war tactics in your mind. And I say that because you're going to need a high level of protection, a high level of protection from the low levels of distractions and disturbance that you're going to get in May, right? The energy is fast. People are out for the bigger slice. You got angry people wanting to blame. And so you're going to definitely need to be able to block that off and deflect that energy, right? Because you have something to protect, and that's your energy and the energy that you're going to attract in May. And I said energy you're going to attract in May because at this point, if you're focused and you're locked in, these money making ideas have now reached you. And now that these money making ideas have reached you, you're now ready to take action on these ideas. And it's the perfect time to take action going forward on these new ideas, right? But you have to understand that it's going to be the abundance around you that actually help you pull in what you want dealing with this new project or this new idea you have regarding money. And I say that because it's about those that you have around you that will bring forth what you're going to be receiving, right? And I say receiving, it might not be the exact result that you're trying to receive, but it might be the exact opportunity that you receive by having the right people in your environment. And once you do understand that you're in alignment with the right people in the right environment, then you can become the attraction point. And I say the attraction point because that's where you're in the sweet spot, and now you have to just project that energy on that's who I am, or that's what I want, or here I am. Because once you start attracting what you are and what you want in the present moment, then you understand that you're not only co creating with your universe, but you are giving and taking energy in the present moment. And to give and take energy in the present moment, that means you are very adaptable and you're exploring new perspectives and new interests that you're having. And that's what we're going through this week. We're seeing all these new perspectives and new interests that we have about ourselves and others. And so in these next few days, these are the times to really reflect and see where you're going to change, where you're going to move forward on. And I would like to say it's the great reset. This is a time of a great reset for you to renew your mind, your soul, your spirit, your direction, and just validate yourself first so that in the present moment you hold that value that moves you forward and not to the back of the line or doesn't keep you in the same position that someone else value you or someone else sees you as, right? So yes, it's the time for you to decide what changes are you gonna make, how you're gonna move forward, how you're gonna allow this energy to continue to build, but not let it get out of control or you to let people come and take it from you because you don't have it in an order. You don't have it in a routine. You don't have it to where you keep investing not only into yourself but into others. Because the more you can invest into yourself, into others, then you can validate that you are not only worth more, but those around you are worth more as well. With that said, Rafiki Angu, to all my family, friends, and loved ones out there, continue to stride towards your light, continue to spread your love, continue to protect those that you love, and protect your energy as you move forward in this 2026. Ashe.